What is up, guys? Thank you for watching another video. Now, as I do every month, I'm going to talk about WWE in my WWE Talk video. Now, I'm aware this one's a little bit late. No reason, purely just because I haven't really had time to do it, but time to watch Raw really. But now I'm fully up to date. I've watched SmackDown, Raw, so I'm fully kind of got all the WWE knowledge in my head. So yeah, let's talk about the current kind of goings on. Now, obviously this month we had CM Punk's big return. He came back at Payback in Chicago, of course. Now, I think we can all agree that CM Punk was needed, and it's great that he's finally back. There was a little bit of a lack of star power really without CM Punk there, because obviously there was no Rock anymore. Brock Lesnar was out of the picture at the moment, so that really there was only Cena, and they were going with the Ryback feud, and there was a lot of fans who weren't really into that because they thought, obviously Ryback's got his critics saying that he's kind of a Goldberg rip-off and everything, and he's not really main event status really. But I'm a fan of Ryback. I like him more as a heel as I did than a face, so I think he's going to work well in the company. But away from that, obviously CM Punk's return was the big thing. I'm glad to see him back. Obviously, I don't know if he's a kind of heel or a face at the moment. I guess he's a heel, but because he's so loved, they're going to treat him like a face kind of thing. So he's he's a bit like that Stone Cold Steve Austin character, where he's obviously a kind of a bad guy, but he's always going to get cheers, and he's always going to get support from the crowd. And it looks like they're going with the Brock Lesnar feud, when Brock Lesnar came out a couple of weeks ago and F5 to CM Punk in the ring, so this is kind of causing conflict in the whole Paul Heyman guys stable, which I'm liking this sort of feud they're going for. I'm liking the new look CM Punk. He looks quite like Wolverine. I thought, like Hugh Jackman's Wolverine. It looks quite cool. So if they're going with the CM Punk versus Brock Lesnar at SummerSlam, building up to that, I'm going to look forward to that, because to move on to my next point, Money in the Bank is coming up, and CM Punk is in the main Money in the Bank match. Now, how awesome is that Money in the Bank looking? I think it's CM Punk, Daniel Bryan, Kane, Christian, Randy Orton and Sheamus, and Rob Van Dam. Now, that is a major, I might have missed someone out there, I can't quite remember, but comment down below if I have missed anyone out. That is going to be a huge Money in the Bank match, and something I'm really looking forward to. I'm predicting Daniel Bryan's going to win it because of the kind of push they've been giving him lately. He's been kind of closing Raw, opening SmackDown and closing SmackDown, so they've really got a strong focus on Daniel Bryan at the moment with this whole kind of weak link storyline they're going for. And what better way to shut up any critics than win the Money in the Bank match? So I can see Daniel Bryan winning that, hopefully go on to feud with John Cena and ultimately win the WWE title. But not just win the WWE title like he did with the World Heavyweight title. I want him to kind of prepare himself to main event and secure himself, stay in that main event status, because he deserves it. He's a great technical wrestler, he's great on the mic, he's funny, he's great as a face and a heel. He's got the kind of all the great ingredients for a great WWE superstar, so he really does deserve that kind of main event status, in my opinion. So yeah, also with Money in the Bank coming up, we have got the return of Rob Van Dam. It was kind of expected because his contract with TNA ended and he was kind of a free agent, so he was obviously going to return soon. There's a lot of hype about his return. I'm excited as well to see an old wrestler coming back. Is always exciting. I just wonder what they're going to do with him, because he's not going to be as high flying as he used to be. He's a bit older now. So whether they're going to keep him in the main event sort of scene, I don't know. Whether he's going to kind of float around the mid card, maybe. I don't even know if he's going to be a face or a heel. Maybe if they can get him involved with this whole Paul Heyman thing, because obviously Rob Van Dam is a big ECW star, and he is a Paul Heyman guy. So who knows if they get him involved with that whole angle. We'll have to see, but I am looking forward to seeing Rob Van Dam back in WWE. To move away from all that, we've got John Cena and the Mark Henry feud that has just started. Now, how awesome was Mark Henry's kind of goodbye speech, retirement speech, and then a boom, big swerve, drops Cena down in the ring. I loved that. I thought that was one of my favourite promos of the last few years. Probably my favourite promo since CM Punk's pipe bomb, infamous pipe bomb, because I just honestly wasn't expecting it. I didn't see any spoilers, so I was watching Raw and I was getting quite emotional seeing Mark Henry's emotional speech. I thought it was similar to kind of Shawn Michaels and Edge and everything, how they spoke as themselves to the crowd and everything, and just gave a big retirement speech. Then all of a sudden we got the massive World's Strongest Slam on John Cena. I really loved it, and I really hope they do give Mark Henry the win and give him a title run before he eventually does retire, because he really does deserve it. He's been in the company for years and he's never been the WWE champion. He's been an awesome kind of big monster heel on SmackDown, and it's about time they've given him a big main event sort of blockbuster feud with John Cena, and I really do hope he does well out of it. Like I said, I hope he wins, because it'd be awesome to see Mark Henry have a little title run before he does retire, like I said. We've also got Dolph Ziggler and Alberto Del Rio's feud going on, and now it looks like they've kind of I think Del Rio officially has gone heel now, because he did cut a promo where he was insulting the crowd, and if you insult the crowd you're a heel. So it looks like Del Rio is officially 100% a heel, but we haven't officially seen a proper face turn from Dolph Ziggler yet. Now whether they're going with the kind of CM Punk style kind of character where he's officially a heel but he's much loved and they face him off against other heels, something like that, because Dolph Ziggler of course is a fan favourite and he's always going to get cheered everywhere he goes. So it'd be interesting to see what they do with this. I'm loving this feud because I'm a big Dolph Ziggler fan, and now I like Del Rio. I did like him as a face, but now I've seen him as a heel again, I think he does work better as a heel. So I am looking forward to seeing how this develops. I can see Dolph Ziggler winning back that title, because he had such a long run with the Money in the Bank briefcase, and he never eventually had a good title run, because obviously his title run was ruined by a big injury, so and then he lost it. So I'm fully expecting Dolph Ziggler to win that back. And to move on to another kind of SmackDown thing going on at the moment is Daniel Bryan. Like I mentioned a little bit before, I'm really loving the kind of angle they're going with Randy Orton at the moment. Whether Randy Orton's going to eventually turn heel, I think we were expecting it, but they've kind of slowed that down a little bit now. He kind of teased it when he brought back the punt at WrestleMania. No, it wasn't WrestleMania, I don't think. He brought back his infamous head punt. And he only kind of did that when he was a heel, so there was teases that he was going to have that heel turn, but it didn't really happen. I'm hoping it happens soon, because I love Randy Orton as a heel, and I'd love to see him back in the main event status, but obviously he did ruin it for himself. He had the problems with the drugs and everything, and they kind of stuck him in mid-card for the past few years really. But I've really enjoyed this Daniel Bryan sort of mini feud that's been going on. I really like this feud. But overall I'm really liking WWE at the moment. I think it's got some great kind of up and coming things coming up. You've got CM Punk and Brock Lesnar, which is going to be huge. CM Punk's return was huge. Rob Van Dam's returning. Mark Henry's finally getting a chance at the big time. And yeah, we've got a lot to look forward to. Dolph Ziggler's finally kind of making a name of himself. So yeah, WWE is awesome at the moment. Comment down below what you think of the current product. And yeah, that's about it for this video, guys. So thanks for watching. Apologies for the lateness of this one, and I will see you on my next video.